Normally, when you hear about telepathy, most people directly link into sending thoughts, how to manipulate others, how to make others think about you, how to dominate others, and how to control others. But do you know that telepathy is one of spiritual practice that you can cultivate, and it's something that beyond what you think, beyond sending thoughts, even beyond manipulating others, all capable, but not everyone able to cultivate, to use that capability. And if you are the one that is here, thank you for commit to yourself to use this ability for your highest good and the highest good of all. Remember that you can see yourself in others. So when you manipulate or trying to manipulate others, you actually manipulate a part of you in some way, subconscious or unconsciously. By realizing this, you can use your telepathic ability for something greater than that and for spiritual purpose, which is for the highest good of all. Hello universe, beautiful being, I'm cindyaco. Welcome back to the Words of Influence community. In this channel, we're going to dive about consciousness, vibration, energy, and all that connected with the universe inside and outside you to guide your transcendence journey so you can be authentically powerful as the flow of universe. In this episode, we're going to specifically dive into telepathy, what telepathy is, and how it works. So, if you're interested in this topic, or if you feel relate or resonate with it, share to like-minded like souls as you, and know that you're very welcome in the Words of Influence community. It's the bridge for kindred spirits as me and you to elevate and prepare our consciousness so we can radiate a brighter light and a greater state of consciousness to the collective consciousness. As they said, let's dive into the topic. I'm going to share what is telepathy and how it works, and to make it simple and approachable for you to understand this, I divided into 5 things about telepathy that you need to know and how you can cultivate your telepathic ability. The first thing that you need to know, telepathy is from the heart. All of this time we've been taught that telepathy is about mind, it's about sharing thoughts. Yes, it's true, but the source of telepathy itself comes from the heart first, because the source of information that comes from your inner truth from within emanates or unfolds from the heart first, and then the heart sends the signals in form of feelings and inner knowing. That's why when you follow your heart, you might hard to believe, or you might need courage to believe in your heart, because mostly heart doesn't give you clear or specific clue or something that can give you the clear direction. Instead, the heart will only whisper or send you signals from inner knowing, intuitive feelings, and the inner wisdom that comes from your heart. When it comes from your heart, you just know and you just feel it. Sometimes when you trust your heart doesn't make sense because it doesn't give you clear articulation about what it really wants. But as you focus, you give attention, you give awareness to it, you also give light to it. And when you give light to your heart, then you can see what your deepest fulfillment, what you really want at your core, at your heart, at your soul level. So realize that the source of telepathy comes first from the heart. Pure telepathy is communion, which is it used for spiritual practice. It's for the high vibration that can communicate even in silence, even through silence, even through vibration that is unseen, invisible. So you can share a better energy to others around you, whether through thoughts, through feelings, through energy. So now you know that the source is not comes from the head first, it does come from the heart first. The second thing that you need to know is that heart sends signals to the head, and the head receives that as information because your brain processing every data as information, and it articulates every data as words and thoughts, and all the information will be kept in subconscious or unconscious memory, which is your entire body. That's why when you feel emotion, you feel hurt, trigger, you feel others' energy, you can feel it in your entire body, because your entire body, it's also memory filters, energy readers. Your entire body is also the part of your supercomputer, and even much advanced rather than your brain. Your brain is just like the hardware, it operates and circulate all the information throughout your entire body, so that the information can get the specific location where it needs to be stored in your subconscious memory. So now you get a revelation about yourself from your heart, mind, and your entire body. Now you know how it works. You can imagine your brain is like a physical form or the matter form of computer, and the main job of the brain is to be a receiver and sender. It's just receive and transfer the energy that need to be circulated. So now that you get the clear explanation about your high advanced computer all inside your body, the third thing that you need to know, telepathy is about energy. In order to send into other universe, the information need to transfer into the same vibration, into the vibration that can connect or match the vibration or frequency. It's like you sending email, you need to know the exact address where you want to send it, so it can be delivered right into the receiver address. That's how it works. It's actually something that is so simple, which is by thinking about others, you actually give awareness to that person, and if that person allow your thoughts coming up into them, or they are in the same vibration with you, they will easily connect and receive the energy that you send in form of thoughts. They can suddenly remember about you, or try to meet up with you, want to look after you, want to keep in touch with you, want to share some thoughts with you, something like that, or everything in many forms. Maybe you send thoughts, but they can also receive the energy not only in form of thoughts. For example, they can look into something, maybe for a thing that have the connection between you and that person. So when the receiver receive the energy, they can trigger and remember you just by phone or seeing a thing that connected or have a specific memory with you or reminds them about you. So telepathy is not only about thoughts only or words only. Basically, telepathy is energy. So you are sending energy to others in form of whatever it is, but the point is you are transferring energy or information to others. And telepathy basically is not only for used in physical reality, it's actually a normal conversation in higher vibration or higher beings, because the higher the vibration, the less they use language, words, thoughts, or physical or matter forms. The more they can easily connect it with just pure energy. They're just detached from the lower density, and they just be the pure conduit of energy. You might often heard about how aliens communicate with each other. Aliens don't use language, they use light language, because they are light beings. So they can easily sending information, energy through whatever, and nothing more alien rather than we don't aware about ourselves. And about alien, starseed, and higher beings, I've already have a video about all of them. You can kindly check about starseed and aliens in previous episode. Anyway, every time you are in meditation state or in trance state, you are actually doing telepathy with higher beings. That's what we call channeling. Just like this channel, I usually share the information or energy that I share to you always comes from what I've channeled from higher dimension, from higher self directly, and then I share it to you because I felt this is something that I called to share it, because I just the conduit of energy, the conduit of information that I feel called to share to you. And as you master yourself, you become more and more easily, effortlessly, and just flow to express and communicate, also sending and receive energy through telepathy. Because basically telepathy is like communion. The fourth thing, telepathy is ability like muscle. The more you practice, the stronger it will be, and the more fluent and flow to use that telepathy ability. It's like intuition, muscle, and skills, so you can practice that. Something that we call spiritual practice. It's actually already within you now, because your true nature is high vibration. So basically telepathy is your natural language with others, basically. But just because we've been programmed to communicate in physical dimension with language, thoughts, with feelings, we just focusing our life to connect and communicate with each others through these physical skills only. But if you're watching or listening to this episode, now you know that telepathy is your natural language, is your natural communication ability. Once you're aware that you are able to cultivate this, it's like miracle. It unfolds when you are ready. And what I mean by ready is by cultivating it in practice. The last thing, or the fifth thing you need to realize about telepathy, is that telepathy is for every being, like literally every being. Remember that everything is energy in different forms, including animals, plants, everything that has physical form in this physical dimension is all the manifestation of energy. So when you realize this, you realize that when you send energy to something, to them, to everything around you, you are sending energy back into yourself. Telepathy is not only for human to human, you can also do telepathy with animals. Once you know how to in tune, you start to notice that they are matching your energy that you send to them. They understand you even without you speaking about your needs or what you really feel. They can feel you and they're responding to you. You can start to notice that. And about plants, I already have a video about plants. You can kindly check that one. Also weather, to the elements such as water, air, sky, and even what people think as non-sentient things, they also listen to us. So when we treat our things as how we treat ourselves, they also treat you back. So if you want to change some situation or some things, you can communicate with them. It's like self-talk. You talk to them as how you communicate with people, because they are listening to you, your energy. They're truly alive energetically, because everything is energy, and energy is also you. You are interconnected in energy. Like today, when I'm recording this, I felt like my air conditioning is so noisy, and then I just sharing telepathy to my air conditioning, and I said, thank you air conditioning for listening to me. Thank you for become less noise. Thank you for be more silence. Thank you for supporting me creating this video with friendly sound, with peace, and supporting back sound, which is something that less noise. And I just trust it. I trust it that it listen to me, and I just let go the output. And then not long time after that, the air conditioning starts to lower its sound, and I feel so much better with the back sound, because the air conditioning was actually listening to me, because I sent it my honest, genuine intention to it, and I really trust it. I really trust it that it listening to me. I treat it as I treat myself. So yeah, That's the key of sending telepathy. I also have another experience about telepathy with things such as candle, such as weather. When I don't like the weather, I usually communicate with the weather, and I usually communicate as it already happened. I'm focusing on what I really want instead what I don't really want, on my intention and how we can cooperate better. I imagine them as myself or as higher self is supporting my highest good and the highest good of all, and I share my pure intention where I need transformation, where I need this change to happen, to occur, and then just like discuss with them. And it's kind of like self-talk actually. Either you speak directly to them or you just whispering inside your heart. The key is from the heart, because you realize that the source of all information comes from heart. And when something comes from heart, the receiver also receive the heart's energy and they feel it in their heart. So that's all that I want to share in this episode, and tell me which part of this video that is mind-blowing for you or that is interesting for you, or maybe you have another information about telepathy, your experience about telepathy, how you cultivate your telepathic ability, and also what's another thing that you want to cultivate more about higher beings, about transcendence, about consciousness. What you want to explore more in the universe, can you share in the comment below? I'll read it and I'll respond to you as soon as possible, because I love to share, to grow and glow together for the highest good of all. So thank you for being here. Happy practice and enjoy the journey. I love you from my heart, soul, and my entire being. See you again in another episodes with me, cindyaco. Namaste.